Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. I'm a little under the weather today, but we're going to get through this. So this is Sunday School Simplified. This is just where I come on here after our Sunday School lesson and share what we talked about this week in Sunday School. This is really for all ages, and it's just literally like it sounds, super simple, easy to digest and understand our lesson of the week. So we've been talking about the three, rules to live by of John Wesley. Last week we went more in depth. Do no harm. It was a really good one. If you missed it, you can catch it on our main page in the IGTV section. And this week we're talking about doing good. So do good. So simple. 2 words. Last week was do no harm. This is even more simple. Do good. So why do we do good? We do good because it's the right thing to do. We do good because that's what God wants us to do. And we could do good to make others happy. But is there ever a time to do good that is not good, that is not right? I want you to sit with that one for a second. And where I pulled my inspiration from this week's lesson and to elaborate more on this rule, the second rule, is from Jesus' Sermon on the Mount. It's one of his most popular sermons, teachings. It's from the Gospel of Matthew. It starts in chapter 5 through chapter 6. And it's more of it's full of wisdom. He's very intentional with what he says. But it's more like rules to live by versus strict laws and regulations that you must abide by. So it's it falls in line with these 3 rules, and that's why I really like it. And in the beginning, he talks about oaths, and that you should never swear to God, to heaven or earth, or the city you live in. When you're making an oath, you should just do it. And think about this. If you tell someone something and you're like, I swear to God, it's like you have to say it in order to convey belief from that person to you. Because for whatever reason, whether they don't know you very well or you might have done something in the past that would make them not believe you. And this form of emphasis, he's saying, do not do that. When you make an oath, which is just like a promise, just do it. You don't have to swear. Don't swear on anyone. Otherwise, it kind of becomes bad. How can you get people to believe you without swearing? By your actions. Your consistently good actions. Actions speak louder than words. If you continue, it might take a while, but stick to it. Just if you say you're going to do something, do it. Don't have to swear to anybody or anything by it. Just do it. The second thing is he talks about in giving to the needy. And he says, be careful not to practice your righteousness in front of others for them to see it. If you do, you will have no reward. So it's like the Salvation Army, the bell ringers. I've seen people, oh, hi, oh, let me get my purse out, oh, let me get my change, and make a big spectacle of dropping some change in the red bucket. And then I see others simply just walk by, they have their coins ready, drop them in and go. If you're doing something for show, more likely than not, you're not doing it out of the goodness of your heart. Maybe some people do and they get lost in it. But don't be boastful about it, because the people or who needs to see it is going to see it. They're going to notice. And you shouldn't even be doing any of the goodness to be noticed. That's the whole point. You should just do it because it's the good or the right thing. And then the last part is in chapter 6, verse 16 through 18. It's talking about fasting. And it simply is, your Father who is unseen sees what is done in secret and will reward you. So it's just reiterating the fact that, you know, even if you write an anonymous note to someone and leave it on their car saying, have a good day, without signing your name, oh, well, how will they ever know it's me? They don't have to. That's not the point. It's not for you. It's for them. And the one who it matters the most to sees everything. So it will not go unseen. So I've kind of already answered that question that I posed about, can you ever do the good thing in the wrong way? And I think the answer is yes. And I think we just answered that. If you do something good because you're only doing it to get something out of it, you know, kids, you're only cleaning your room because you were told to and you're going to get punished. How about clean your room before you're told? Or you only vacuumed the hall so you could get some ice cream. How about just vacuuming the hall before your parents are going to ask you, because you know they're going to ask you anyways, and then if they reward you, that's literally and figuratively like frosting on the cake. It's extra. But doing the good thing first without any hopes of reward should be the ultimate reward. So, spoiler alert, yes, I think you can do a good thing for the wrong reason, but let that be the challenge this week, is to just do good for the sake of being good and doing good because it is the right thing to do. Do not be boastful about it. Do not seek affirmation for it. Just do it. And watch what happens. You might be surprised. So I'd love some feedback, some comments below if you end up doing something like leaving a note anonymously or just doing a good deed secretly or without bringing attention to yourself, and how you felt or what happened. So yeah, I hope you have a great week. I hope this inspires you. I hope this speaks to you, and feel free to share as always. Our community has grown so much just in the past couple of weeks of doing this, and we'll see you next week.